From the dirt roads of yesterday to the super speedways of today, you can see the history of auto racing at the Georgia Racing Hall of Fame in Dawsonville. See the beginnings of modern stock car racing, from the moonshiners to today's young guns. See the cars the legends drove. Take a walk through the Hall of Fame and visit the Elliott family room, where Dawsonville legend Bill Elliott's trophies are on display. All that's waiting for you at the Georgia Racing Hall of Fame, 7 days a week at 415 Highway 53 East in Dawsonville. Don't miss the wave of the future as NASCAR's K&N Pro Series invades Gresham Motorsports Park in Jefferson, Georgia, Saturday, June 9th for the Slack Auto Parts 150. A new star will be crowned from the likes of Chase Elliott, Brett Moffitt, Darrell Wallace Jr., Ryan Blaney, Travis Pastrana, Ben Kennedy, and Corey LaJoie. See all your local favors as the mini stocks, the Renegades, the Trucks, and the Outlaws provide a full slate of racing action. Saturday, June 9th, the NASCAR K&N Pro Series Slack Auto Parts 150, Gresham Motorsports Park. We'll see you at the races.
Welcome back to Raceweek Illustrated Garage Talk. Joe Armistead Jr. is one of the best roles of Georgia racing you could possibly have right now, and he scored his 6th victory in the late model action at Senoia Raceway in Senoia, Georgia. Armistead started the night from 4th position, but quickly shot out to the lead and cruised away for the victory. Thomas Lewis finished 2nd, with Todd Darda in 3rd, Jason Williams 4th, and Trey White in the 5th spot. Other winners on the night included Brand Lewis in B Cadets, Clifton Moran in Hobby Stocks, Brandon Bright in Mini Stocks, Jay Connor in Bombers, and Alan Brewster in Modified Minis. There was more action, of course, to talk about. The Cars Pro Cup Series traveling to Ace Speedway in Altamahaw, North Carolina over the weekend, where Alan Perkiser held off a hard-charging Nathan Russell in the closing laps of the All-American 250 to come home with his first career Cars Pro Cup Series victory. J.P. Morgan finished 2nd, with Russell in 3rd, Bill Clemens Jr. finishing 4th, and Trey Mitchell rounding out the top 5 as well. And it was a special night for Bubba Hog Rocket Russell, there's a nickname, who scored his 3rd limited late model victory Saturday night at Hartwell Speedway here in Hartwell, Georgia. What made the win even more special was that it came on the night of his daughter Beatty's birthday. Father and daughter celebrated the win together in Victory Lane. Steve Yarborough ran 2nd, with Brandon Cornbread Haley in the 3rd spot, Shane Yarborough in 4th, and Matt Dean rounding out the top 5. Other winners that night included Frankie Beard in Fast Track Late Models, Paul Byram in Modified Street, John Teasley in Stock V8, Chris Wilson in Stock 4-cylinder, Drew Collins in the Young Guns division, and Stephen Powell in Up Fronts.
Back on asphalt now, where Toby Porter found his way to victory lane at Greenville-Pickens Speedway in Greenville, South Carolina Saturday. Porter started on the pole, but it was Justin Sorrow leading early. Porter made his way around Sorrow on lap 4 and drove away for the win. Marty Ward finished 2nd, with Anthony Anders 3rd, Sorrow 4th, and Ralph Carnes in 5th. Other winners on the night included Zach Presley in Chargers, Jeremy Drummond in Renegades, Tommy Davis Jr. in 4-cylinders, Tim Lawless in Trucks, and David Rader in Street Stocks. Kyle Bronson made a bold 3-wide pass on the start to take the lead and went on to score the open-wheel modified win at East Bay Raceway Park in Tampa, Florida. Devin Dixon finished 2nd, with David Pollard Jr. 3rd, Bobby Dixon 4th, and Thomas Pratt in 5th. Other winners included Jamie Franklin in Old Time Mods, Shirlene Hammond in Outlaw 4s, Philip Cobb in Late Models, and Raymond Van in 4-cylinder bombers. Lloyd Kaler of Winder, Georgia scored the win in Super Pro action at Atlanta Dragway in Commerce, Georgia on Saturday. Kaler edged Stan Sinak's Dodge Dart in the final for the victory. Other winners included Matt Ward in Pro action, Steve Wagner in Sportsman, Eric Hutton in Motorcycles, Sadie Wicks in 8 to 12 Junior Dragster, and Austin Selsby in 13 to 17 Junior Dragster. For more on these and other stories, you can visit us online at RaceweekIllustrated.com. And we're joined here again by GMP General Manager Dan Elliott. Dan, before we get back to the NASCAR action, the Gresham family and Gresham Motorsports Park made a very generous donation to the Georgia Racing Hall of Fame on Saturday to help the Hall of Fame better their audio and video system up there. Tell us a little bit about what led to that.
You know, I was talking to Jim after the induction ceremony last year, and we were both present for it, and Jim felt like that the sound system could use a little bit of help. Not saying it was bad, but it could use a little bit of help. And with the Hall of Fame coming through and doing so much, you know, there's so much been put in there and so much been done in the last several years. It has advanced so much, and we're so proud of that fact. Jim and the family wanted to do something to help the Hall of Fame, because it's important, Brandon, to secure this heritage of where racing came from. So much of that came from the area around here and is so important to the history, and how do you know where you're going if you don't know where you came from? And Jim, being 3 generations of racing there, felt important to give to the Hall of Fame and to continue, since we are the official track. Gresham family through Gresham Motorsports Park wanted to make that donation and show our support for the facility there.
That really spiced things up there, having toured the Hall of Fame on Saturday. It was great to have those AV editions, and I find something new every time I go. Hey, now, something that I've really seen in the K&N Series is it is a launch pad for drivers into NASCAR, and, of course, our Slack Auto Parts 150 here at GMP on June the 9th. 2 years ago, Ty Dillon goes to Victory Lane. A year later, he's in ARCA. A year after that, which is this year, he's in trucks. Max Gresham wins the race last year. He's in the truck series now. We see Miguel Paludo, Cole Witt advance. Cole Witt's all the way in the Nationwide Series, driving for Dale Jr. So talk a little bit about the importance of the K&N Series at GMP and who you think some of the drivers are there, besides who we've mentioned, Chase Elliott, that could be on the brink of that next level in NASCAR.
You know, you go through all the list, and if you go to NASCAR's website and go to the home tracks, you can see the top 10 or top 20 in points. You have Travis Pastrana running in that deal.
Oh, yeah.
Larry McReynolds' son running in that deal. Dylan Presnell. You've got so many young drivers. This series last year, I felt like, was, with them dropping the age and coming back and letting the 15-year-olds run, I felt like was going to be the up-and-coming series, because it is the stepping stone to what will be either Truck, Nationwide, or Cup. And if people want to come out and meet these kids before they become the next who's who of Sprint Cup, come on out, because this is going to be your opportunity, and got a big autograph session from 5 to 6 before the event. So it gives fans an opportunity to come out, see the cars, meet the drivers, because a lot of fans don't know the difference in these cars and the late model cars or other divisions. So it gives you an opportunity to see up close and personal what this series is all about and who's in it.
And just before I ask Brandon, they're very similar to what the old Cup cars were, right? I mean, they're not late models. They are pretty similar to what NASCAR stock cars are.
They are. They're a heavier car. They've got more horsepower. They definitely get around this track extremely well, and these kids are very competitive. So if you want to see some door rubbing, you're going to see it come this Slack's K&N 150.
And Slack Auto Parts back on board as the main sponsor.
Main sponsor, yeah. Henry Slack Auto Parts, and the good thing about Slack Auto Parts is we did a discount coupon. You can go into your Slack Auto Parts stores. There's, I think, 10 locations in the area. Pick up a discount coupon, bring it out, and get a discount on your ticket, which can't hurt either.
And where can people go to get more information and to buy tickets, Dan?
Go to www.racegmp.com.
Awesome, awesome. Dan, thank you so much, and good luck on the Slack Auto Parts 150. I'll be here, can't wait for it. And we want all our fans to come out June 9th for the Slack Auto Parts 150 NASCAR K&N Pro East event right here at Gresham Motorsports Park. Dan, as always, thank you for letting us come over and get in the way a little bit.
That's okay. And for people that don't know, all the other divisions, there won't be a Pro Late or Super running, but all the other divisions, Outlaws, Trucks, and so forth, I'll be running on that night also.
Can't forget our hometown heroes.
That's it.
Full schedule the rest of the year. The July 4th World Crown 300 brought to you by Commerce Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram as well.
All right, awesome. Dan, thank you again. Folks, that's going to do it for us here this week on Raceweek Illustrated Garage Talk. Join us next week when we have more news from around the world of motorsports. Plus, we'll have a discussion about his career with 1970 Daytona 500 winner and recent inductee into the Georgia Racing Hall of Fame, Pete Hamilton. Until next week, that's Dan Elliott. He's Doug Turnbull. I'm Brandon Reed. This is Raceweek Illustrated Garage Talk, and we'll see you at the races.